comes a Red Magic device, and here comes a Nubia device. They share something truly special. Both feature that hard-to-find, hole-less edge-to-edge display, a real full-screen experience, the kind that's nearly extinct in today's smartphone world. The twist is that they're built with completely different missions. One is designed for fierce, elite-level gaming, while the other is all about capturing life, street style, and stunning photography. Many fans have dreamed of seeing both strengths blended into one ultimate phone. That idea always felt like a wish more than a plan. Until now, because Nubia decided to go for it. They've created a device that not only delivers gaming power, but also keeps that professional photography heritage alive. Say hello to the Nubia Z80 Ultra. A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting tech content. Your first thought might be that I jump straight into frame rates, battery efficiency, camera specs, then bombard you with sample shots. Yet after spending real time with it, those hardware details didn't worry me at all. The real test is software. Nubia has always had strong hardware. The challenge has been how well the system elevates the experience. Their old software, MaiOS, honestly felt pretty average, nothing exciting. Last year, Nubia wiped the slate clean and started again with a new system called Xinyun AI OS. Now we have its 2.0 version, and the transformation is dramatic. All the features you expect are in place, and the interface has been redesigned. It may not look wildly unique at first glance, but it's clean, organized, and easy on the eyes. The icons and layout feel polished, animations when locking or unlocking the screen flow naturally, and apps keep running smoothly in the background. You can bounce between 8 or 10 apps rapidly, and everything stays responsive. Daily conveniences are covered too, from floating windows to side panels. Even the trending eye comfort tools are here, with plenty of adjustable options in the settings. Everyday usage feels snappy and stable. There are also some unique touches you don't find elsewhere, like the fully mechanical shutter button. It's customizable and doesn't just help with photography. You can even assign it as a gaming button, blending two worlds in a clever way. You'll see more of that shortly. Nubia clearly worked hard to overcome past software weaknesses. And remember, the system has AI built right into its name. All the popular AI tools are available. Long press screen recognition, subtitle assistance during calls, translation, writing help, you name it. Though my favorite AI trick doesn't live in the settings menu at all. It's inside the camera. This time they've introduced an AI photography assistant. If you're not confident in your shooting skills, the phone steps in. It suggests the best focal length, where to move the camera, and how to position. If that still feels confusing, you can enable voice guidance that literally talks you through the setup like a personal coach. At first we thought, okay, maybe just a gimmick. It's surprisingly smart, quick to recognize issues, and genuinely helps improve your photos. You might even start bragging about your new skills. Frame this corner better. Move toward the light. Check how the warm tones complement the blue curtains. Suddenly, everything looks cinematic. One click, and wow, the result looks fantastic. Since we've stepped into the camera talk, here's the main event, the Z80 Ultra's imaging capabilities. Something many people don't know is that Nubia was actually the first brand in recent years to launch a customizable lens at a true to 5mm equivalent. They did it before some of the big photography-focused competitors. Around here, that focal length is beloved by serious photography fans. The Z80 Ultra keeps it going with a 50-megapixel native 35mm camera built on a large 1.3-inch sensor and paired with an f1.7 aperture. This gives you pure 35mm shots without any digital cropping. Nubia's camera software has its own personality too. Along with the handcrafted filters that many brands offer, they've created a humanistic street photography mode. You can choose classic frame styles and film-like looks. Even the film grain can be adjusted between subtle and coarse. I prefer the finer grain. Once it's enabled, the images pop beautifully with no extra editing needed. Street shooting with this 35mm lens feels incredibly fun and full of character. The ultra-wide setup stands out as well. It uses a 1.55-inch sensor at an 18mm equivalent focal length. Not the widest on the market, but done on purpose. If 35mm is the view of the human eye, 18mm helps you capture street scenes with dramatic perspective while avoiding heavy distortion. You fit more in the frame with impressive clarity and style. Then comes that completely mechanical shutter button. Unlike the digital buttons most phones use, this one works like a classic two-stage camera. Half press to focus, full press to snap. It won't feel exactly like a full-frame camera shutter, of course, but it beats the awkward feel of software-simulated camera buttons on many phones. You can even set it to launch the camera and instantly take a shot after holding it down. Perfect for those fleeting moments when capturing something matters more than perfection. Nubia loves cramming in creative camera tools, even if only a small group might use them. Scroll to the far left in the camera UI and you'll find advanced features like astrophotography. For those who enjoy crafting their own looks, the phone allows importing custom light LUTs directly, just like a real camera workflow. Our photographer Kai Shui is especially excited about that option, even if most people won't touch it. Time to talk about the front camera, because yes, it's an under-display camera. When this tech first appeared, selfies looked soft, faded, and honestly a little spooky. Nubia has been refining it for years though, and the improvement is now very noticeable. That brings us to something we discovered while testing this phone. Nubia thinks differently. In both hardware and software, the Z80 Ultra stands apart from the sea of new phones released lately. You might be thinking, after all the praise for its camera, that with such a huge rear module, of course it should take great photos. That's expected. The real surprise comes when I flip the phone over and suddenly the screen looks exactly like a Red Magic gaming interface. What's happening here? This is where the Z80 Ultra becomes wild. Everyone knows Red Magic's gaming performance is top tier. So pair that level of tuning with the powerful golden triangle of the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 Edition processor, full-speed LPDR5X RAM, and UFS 4.1 storage. Then simply port over Red Magic's performance optimization. That sounds unbeatable, right? Turns out it works. We tested Genshin Impact running for 30 minutes at high 4K quality, around 860p resolution. PerfDog reported an average of 60 FPS, the hottest point on the back hitting only 41.5, with average power use sitting at just 3.9 watts. We ran Ming Dynasty for the same duration and again held a stable 60 FPS, max temperature 43.8 gigacels, and power usage of 4.8 watts. Those numbers are great, but Nubia clearly wants more than strong benchmarks. The goal is smooth, comfortable gaming every day. Along with the same gaming engine used in Red Magic phones, the Z80 Ultra features a 3000 Hz real-time touch sampling rate, plus a special Core Silk touch chip that boosts response by nearly 20%. Nubia even told us they put the device through a continuous 62-hour, 7-kilometer stress test. Hard to visualize that kind of test, but if it can survive that, normal gaming will feel effortless. Remember that mechanical camera shutter button? For games, you can remap it to fire weapons, perform actions, or trigger abilities, depending on what you play. The Z80 Ultra also supports Dark Zone Breakout with full map ray tracing at 90 Hz, and runs Delta Ops and League of Legends Mobile at a blazing 144 Hz. Even Honkai Impact 3rd loads faster thanks to dedicated optimization. Since photography and gaming take a toll on battery life, Nubia packed in a massive 7200 mAh 4th generation C battery, designed so you can snap photos and game for ages without anxiety. At first, I wondered why Nubia was promoting this as a street photography powerhouse, but now everything clicks. This review feels different because this phone feels different. Compared to other camera-focused flagships, its 18mm ultra-wide and 35mm main lens offer a fresh lens combo. Compared to performance phones, it layers serious imaging abilities on top of flagship-level speed, while giving practical extras like its shutter as game button trick. Now let's talk design. That true full-screen front panel is pure Nubia pride. A completely hole-free display from edge to edge. In a world where big, boxy curves are everywhere this year, Nubia chose a tighter, small R corner shape. Once you see the screen in person, the visual impact of that combination is honestly stunning. The mid-frame curves gently for a better grip, and the back uses a velvet glass finish that feels far more premium than you might expect. Everyone online who keeps demanding a no-cutout, full-screen phone, Nubia has been delivering exactly that for several generations. Time to keep your promises. So that's our hands-on experience with the Nubia Z80 Ultra. This year, Nubia didn't just stick to its bold hardware ideas. It finally leveled up the software experience too. I really believe more people will give Nubia a chance now. a flagship that stands out while still competing head-to-head with the top players. Holding firm to things like a true full screen is rare these days, and that actually makes this device exciting. Hope this review helps shake up the usual smartphone expectations a little. The base model of the Nubia Z80 Ultra starts at 49.99 yuan in China, which is roughly 526 pounds in the UK, or about 701 US dollars. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.